more. First you love me, then leave me, then say you're lost without me. I found myself without your arms, sure. Look at me now.
It helps if I don't have the music muted, right? Let's go.
Ooh, baby, don't need you to love me, so you shouldn't worry. Hey, hey, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. I'm living it up, I'm taking it high, yeah, I'm living it up without you. Ooh, baby, I got all that I need, so don't you worry about me. Yeah, 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 yeah.
just call you when the moon is rising. I'm craving every moment with you. I can't just need you got to hold on to your heart every day of the week, every week of the year. I've got to rewind and restart till you get what you need, till you get all of me. Yeah, you get all of me, baby, I give you all of me. Please take what you want from me. Ooh, ooh, yeah, you get all of me, baby, I give you all of me. Please take what you want from me. Ooh, ooh, all of me. Ooh, ooh, all of me. Ooh, ooh, all of me. Baby, I give you all of me. Please take what you want from me. Ooh, ooh, all of me. I can't just have you any way I want to, 'cause you deserve it all and much more. I can't just want you when the sky is deep blue. I'm better now than I was before. I've got to hold on to your heart every day of the week, every week of the year. I've got to rewind and restart till you get what you need, till you get all of me. Yeah, you get all of me, baby, I give you all of me. Please take what you want from me. Ooh, ooh, yeah, you get all of me, baby, I give you all of me. Please take what you want from me. Ooh, ooh, all of me. Ooh, ooh, all of me. Ooh.
Yes. Yes. Okay, I apologize about the music mishap. My bad. My bad. I had my music muted in the streaming thing. I could hear it. I was jamming. But you guys could not hear the music. I apologize because you missed the first song. It was a great song. Okay, so John Pullum, my friend, just informed me. I didn't even know it. I feel like balloons should have automatically, or fireworks should have automatically started sparking out of my phone or something. But John just told me in the comments that I hit 500 subs on YouTube, and I went and checked, and holy crap-a-moly, he is correct. Check it out. Boom! 500 subs. That's fantastic. YouTube, again, new in my world, right? Oh, confetti GIF. Thank you, Krystal. Where are you when I need you, right? Like, here we go. Ready, you guys? You guys ready for this? Oh, whoops. Here it goes. Woo! Woo! Confetti everywhere. This is going to be a mess all over the place. I hope there's no glitter in that confetti, right? Fantastic. So that's a milestone, right? Only 500 more to go till 1,000, which is one of the couple of requirements in order to hit it, right? In order to get somewhere where you want to be. So thank you, Derek. I appreciate it for sure. Denise is here. Good morning. Jennifer, for sure. So here's the deal. How long have I been streaming on YouTube? I don't know. I can tell you. Just a momento. That's not what I want. Past live streams. Here we go. Live streaming started 11 months ago. 11 months ago. How to get your hex color. I did a live streaming on teaching how to get a hex color. Then I did this freaking video. I just did a live test for messenger rooms. Look at that. It like went crazy. And then I started multi-streaming. And when I started multi-streaming, things have just changed. So I started streaming on YouTube. Thank goodness for StreamYard, to be totally honest with you. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that. Super, super awesome. Thank you so much. Family is here. Hello, Ariana. Pokegal's here. So yeah, so really exciting. John says, with your style and expertise, I thought you had over 100,000. No, John, you are amazing. John, you guys, is amazing. So go check out his stuff. My goodness. Honored that you're here, John. Honestly, I have to chalk it up to StreamYard, to be honest with you, because to be fully transparent, I started multi-streaming and streaming to YouTube because StreamYard makes it that easy. So that's when I started doing it. And here we are, right? We are here I'm on YouTube. I go to YouTube. I live stream on YouTube every Tuesday now, along with my Facebook page and my Facebook group, except today we are not streaming in the Facebook group. We started streaming in the Facebook group, then it disconnected. So then I re-added it and it did it again. And I decided I'm not messing with that today because my friend Krystal had the same problem today. And I'm just not going to let that mess with me today. So I went in my group and I basically said, hey, Facebook's being wonky with live and groups today. So if you want to come hang out with us today, you got to come join over here. And I just put a link to the stream on my page, right? So I'm not going to mess with starting and stopping and starting and stopping inside that group. Facebook's got some bugs. That is one of the things I'm going to talk to you guys about today. I got 2 things to bring to you guys today. And then of course I will answer your questions, right? So, but I've got my thing up. I do want to make sure I close out this particular topic. Again, I use StreamYard to stream all of my stuff. In fact, this particular live stream is powered by StreamYard, and you can get your 14-day trial if you want to check it out yourself. Multi-streaming is definitely something that's on the paid plans. It allows you to stream to multiple platforms at the same time. I would highly encourage you to check it out because this is the reason why my audience has grown. I mean, obviously content, right? But I'm bringing in people from different places that I never would have been able to nurture or get to know if I wasn't streaming in multiple destinations. And StreamYard allows me to do that. And so I'm a huge fan of StreamYard. I was a big fan of StreamYard. And this particular stream, of course, every Tuesday is powered by StreamYard. So I'm pumped about it. You guys go check it out. If you want to start multi-streaming or check it out or check out the pro features, then you can get a 14-day free trial to do that. So you can go to melaniediane.com/StreamYard and you will do it, right? So we're going to get into some questions. Let me take this down. That's pretty fun. I have a beer today, but it is not for that. I just, honestly, quite frankly, I got my second COVID shot yesterday. And last night I was a little achy. I'm not sure if it was because of the COVID shot or if it was because I played 3 hours of pickleball and Foursquare on Sunday with the kids. It could have been that. And I played golf last night. I literally was dying last night. In the middle of the night, I was like, oh my God, I'm so sore. Unfortunately, my significant other, Doug, literally woke up with cold chills, a fever, and dry heaving. And he just texted me and said, I have a fever again. I am laying down. Poor guy. So unfortunately, he is having some side effects. I unfortunately, or fortunately for me, feeling bad about it. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. My arm's a little sore, but I'm totally fine. So I definitely wanted to definitely do that. Okay. Yes, Facebook is having issues. So here's the deal. Facebook has made some updates. And anytime Facebook makes significant updates, we can expect some bugs as well as some disconnects in the APIs. The APIs are how our applications can talk. So StreamYard has an API connection with Facebook and YouTube and others. And that's one of the beauties of StreamYard is you just have to click around and do stuff, right? You don't have to get all technical. So I'm guessing that the API has been updated. Some other stuff has happened, and there's definitely some issues going on. There's all kinds of bugs with Facebook Live, specifically in groups, because they have made some changes to groups. One of those changes is you can now turn on or turn off the live video feature inside of Facebook groups. And so some things are happening there. Now, from what I went into my groups, and there's nowhere for me to turn it on or off. And from what I was told, it's if you create a new group, you have to enable this. I don't know. It sounds to me like there's some wonkiness going on. So if you're having issues with your live streams today, I know that I saw Billy made a comment. I made a post in the group and I basically said, hey, if you want to come hang out, you're going to have to come over here because I'm not messing with this group situation. And he basically said, yeah, he had 2 of his streams get cut off today. And as I mentioned, Krystal Proffitt, she had some issues today as well when she was multi-streaming. So yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, so Ariana says she had a fever. John says he didn't he had issues. He was fine within 6 hours or so after feeling crappy, and his wife wasn't feeling well for around 2 days. Yikes. I hope that Doug feels better sooner than tomorrow because that would not be fun for me, right? Okay, so really quick, Ariana, I'm gonna give you some tough love today, sister. You keep asking this question and the answers are not going to change. Okay? The answers aren't going to change. You keep asking the same question. How do you use StreamYard and play music? There are tutorials out there. I know you don't love some of them. I will do a short tutorial for you on how I use my stuff. You have to have software. So have you downloaded the software? Have you tried it? Have you downloaded? If you're on a Mac, it's Loopback. If you're on a PC, it's Voicemeeter. Those are the 2 free, easy applications. Have you downloaded those and have you tried it? Also, do you have a subscription to Epidemic Sound Or do you have a list of copyright-free music ready to go? And then you need to learn how to use that software in conjunction with StreamYard. But the answer isn't going to change. You have to use that software. It's not simple. It can be done, but it is a step-by-step process. I will do a tutorial for you on my stuff. And we are working on it. I was talking with Christian earlier today with StreamYard. We're going to work on a tutorial for you to help you out, sister. But I'm not going to do that tutorial today. I am going to get to the other questions and I will work on the other tutorial. I do have a video on my YouTube channel that talks about using Wavelink, Epidemic Sound, and how I'm streaming in here using OBS as my virtual camera. So if that doesn't make sense, let's keep going, right? Let's keep going. Why would you disable the FB Live group option? Some people do not want live videos in their groups. And until this feature came out, you could say, hey, no live videos in my group. You could say that in the rules, but it didn't prevent anyone from going live using their phone in your group. Not everybody wants that because that can be distracting. It also, sometimes when people go live, the content's long, it just diminishes the value of a group for some groups. Now, not everybody's this way, right? Not everybody feels this way, but a lot of people don't really want the users using live video to ask a question or to communicate, especially promoting themselves, because a lot of Facebook groups are promotion free. And what is common is that when people use live video, they're either subtly, softly, or indirectly promoting themselves, or they're sharing something that's long and lengthy and irrelevant to the group. So a lot of reasons why you might want to disable it. Of course, what I need to look into is if you disable it, can you disable it for everybody? Or does it disable it for everyone, including you? Or can you say only admins can go live? That, in my opinion, would be a great feature, is to control who can go live and who can't. But I haven't been able to dig deep enough just yet. I was actually going to try this morning and I had a call that lasted a little longer than I wanted it to. And I ran out of time. So let me go up and hang out with you guys, get some questions answered. By the way, pickleball, you guys, have you ever played pickleball? Because it's freaking amazing. I love it. I'm totally obsessed now. Totally obsessed. Okay, let me hop up here. So we got some awesome people in the house hanging out with us today. I appreciate you guys letting me know that you couldn't hear the music because I didn't notice that I wasn't pushing the music out. Whoops. Let's see. Okay. Let's start with Derek. Derek says, any tips for getting people to respond to a survey? So yes, I think that you can obviously entice them. You can do a giveaway. You can offer something up. As far as, an incentive, right? There are multiple things you can do for incentives. You can do a drawing, you can do an actual giveaway. Some people are saying, hey, if you fill out the survey, you'll get a $10 Amazon gift card. Well, they must have good budgets because I can't give away a $10 gift card to every single person that responds to a survey. What if 100 people respond? That's a lot of money. So you could do a drawing. A lot of people do drawings to incentivize them to do that. The other thing is that I think that when you involve your community, and the survey has more to do than just you getting information, and it has something to do with how are you going to take that information they're sharing with you, and how is it going to help them? Is it going to help you create different programming? Is it going to help you with, making decisions that affect them? So I think if people feel like they have a little bit of skin in the game with your survey and why you're asking the questions, then I do think that we will get more, you get more results with those surveys. So that would be my two cents. If anybody has any other feedback for Derek, definitely post it in the comments for sure. That's a great question though. So Derek has a few more questions. I was thinking I saw a question from the James Hicks. I thought I saw a question from James. Oh, you know what happened? Dang it. I'm going to have to pull it up. I bet James commented on the group post and no, I can still see some of those. I'm almost positive that I saw James post a question and now I don't see it. So maybe not. Maybe it was Jennifer. Maybe I saw a J because it was floating across. I'm guessing that's what it was. So, okay, cool. So Derek's got a couple more questions. Let's see here. He says, what are the best ways to monetize a Facebook group? Whoa, that is a loaded question, 100%. So the best ways to monetize a Facebook group, I'm going to say the number one way to monetize a Facebook group is people have to have a reason to be there, right? And so you have to provide exclusive content. You have to have some sort of exclusive opportunity. Now, monetizing a Facebook group could be, hey, you could treat that Facebook group like a membership, meaning in order to be in there, they have to be a member or something, or have to pay for something. So in my live video bootcamp, which we're still in the middle of, we're in week 2, they get a private group that is exclusive to them. And that is one of the features of the boot camp. And there's 2 groups that they get, actually. There's one where we do all of our support and our conversation, and I go live in there and do Q&A. And then we have another group that is they get to have as well, which is we call it our sandbox. And that's where they go in and they just test tech, they try stuff. They're all admins of the group, so they're able to actually try their own applications to stream and to try new things. And they get this little playground. And the reason why it's a group, because you could go create your own group and do this, is because they get feedback from each other and they get to actually practice with each other. Just I think it was 2 days ago, 2 of them literally live were like figuring out how to like bring each other on screen with the mobile app. And it was super fun to watch. I watched the replay. But so sometimes groups are a benefit of another program and it's part of your program. So that would be one way. But really, I think what Derek is asking here is, let's say, for example, I have DIY Marketing with Melanie, which is a Facebook group, and it's free, it's open. And I've had a lot of people tell me, you should totally make this a subscription only. And I'm like, well, I can't do that because I've been growing this group for years, and everybody that joined it because it was free at the time. I don't want all of a sudden be like, you're all getting kicked out unless you start paying. What I would do is open a new group. I would probably maintain the free group, open up a new group. But if I wanted to start charging for a group, then I would have to make sure that paid group had something extra than the free group. This is why we also see a lot of entrepreneurs actually turn off their free groups and then open up. They say, hey, if you want to continue to get this kind of support from me, we're changing our business model. It's now going to be a paid group. So basically somebody would pay a subscription. But again, the whole point is you have to create value. And I can't really answer that question because for you to know what you need to create for your audience, you need to know your audience and what they need. And then where do you fit into that puzzle, right? That is one way. The other thing I would say is, again, with exclusive content, and I'll say this and we'll move on to the next question, is that when you're multi-streaming using StreamYard, one of the things I love about it is you could be live, you could do a presentation live in your free group, in your paid group, and on your page, and on your YouTube. And then after a certain amount of time, you could say, we're now going to move into Q&A for members only. You can maintain your stream into your paid group and just turn it off everywhere else. And that stream will stay alive inside your paid group, and then you can support them. And the only people seeing your live from that point moving forward, or are able to comment, are the ones watching inside that paid group. So that's another way to create exclusive content where people say, oh, I want to be able to ask questions. So again, it all comes down to your value proposition, what your audience needs, how you can serve them, and then using the group as a place where you serve them and charging for them to be in there. So that's kind of a long-winded answer to that question. So Derek says, is your YouTube channel still growing? Apparently it is. It is. Any tips? Here's what I would say. Consistency. I think consistency is key. Paying attention to what everybody wants from you and serving them. The other thing I'll say is, I believe that a big reason why my YouTube channel has grown from a subscription standpoint is the regular content. So people can land on a video because they can search something, right? So some of my videos have really high views, and that's because I'm showing up in search results and they're watching that one video. But are they subscribing to my channel? Now, I will tell you that a couple of those few videos that are performing really well, that was before I was really thinking about YouTube as a being a YouTuber. But my videos now, especially if I do a pre-recorded video, I make sure to say, hey, make sure you subscribe to the channel, click on that get notification bell because I go live every week and you don't want to miss out. But it's more about people wanting to continue to consume content from you. That's how you get subscriptions. And in order for them to know what you're going to offer, you have to have some content out there. So I think making sure your YouTube channel is optimized, making sure you have playlists available when they land on your main page. And then the other thing I'll say, respond to comments for sure. You are a support. You have to offer support to those viewers. If they ask a question about your video, respond to them. They're watching, you are serving. So when people, I think, sometimes miss this in their strategy, they want to just go grow and get all these, viewers and views, and they want to monetize, but they're forgetting that when you go put a video out there on YouTube, it's like you putting a product on the shelf. And if someone buys your product, takes it home, tries to figure out how to use it, and they have a question and they send you an email or call you because they have a question about your product and you don't ever answer them, That's not a very good customer experience. And so you have to make sure that you're ready to support people as well, especially over on YouTube, because people are there to learn. They are there to learn. They're probably watching your videos because they want to learn something. And so when people ask questions, if you're getting hundreds and hundreds of comments, you may not have a chance to answer every single one of them. Definitely make sure you're paying attention to the ones where people are asking questions. The last thing I'll say about this that I chalk up some of my growth to is guesting, being a guest in other people's content. I'm a guest on Live Streaming Pros. I'm a guest on that show. I'm a guest in StreamYard shows. I've been a guest in other shows. Anytime I go do a guest appearance, and if they're streaming to YouTube, I will, within the next few days, I will have a slew of new subscribers. And so I do think that you showing up in other people's content is another way for you to reach a wider audience as well. In fact, multiple people here, John Pullum being one of them, is here because of my content on somebody else's channel. Multiple other people are here because of my content on somebody else's channel. And then now they're here hanging out. So I think guesting is a big one as well, for sure. So Jennifer says, how many times in a day or week should an organization live stream? Different guests, slightly different topics. At a minimum, once a week. I say at a minimum, absolutely once a week. And the same day and same time every week. I resisted this forever, like years, I'm sad to say. And I will tell you that once I committed to Tuesdays at 2 Eastern time, the amount of live viewership just started bumping up slowly. And I think it's just because it's like, think about it. Okay, I want to watch my regular TV show. I want to watch The Curse of Oak Island. Well, it's on Tuesday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern. There you go. And if I missed last week's episode, I can go watch the replay. It's the same concept. So create a reoccurring schedule and I know it's Tuesdays at 9. And if I missed last week's show, no big deal. I'm going to go plop in front of the TV at 8, watch last week's show, or anytime I want. That's convenient for me. But I want to make sure I watch that before I watch the next show. Right? And so our live content can be very similar for our audience. They might think, you're all here. You're like, Tuesday, 2 o'clock, Mel's live. Boom, here I am. Right? So I do think consistency is a big piece of this. So I do think minimum 1 day a week. And I think it also matters with your shows. So if you have, if you look at StreamYard's channel, for example, they are kind of evolving their live streaming strategy. And so on Saturdays, they do something called live stream reviews. On Tuesdays, they do live stream impact. I think it's Tuesdays. Every other Friday or one Friday a month, okay, they do like Coffee with the Ducks. And that's when they bring someone on their team and they introduce. So they have a reoccurring kind of thing going on. And they're still figuring some of that out based on the viewership, what's working, what's not working, and whatnot. And just starting actually tomorrow, they started a new show called Ask StreamYard. And Kevin Colby did the first 2 episodes, but he did one every other week. So now what they're doing is actually, I'm going to start doing those too. So he and I are going to be every other week, but every week you will know there's an Ask StreamYard. So it's a different person and different topics, but the theme is the same. We're taking questions from the group and we're answering them on live video. And so every other week, it'll be Kevin 1 week, me 1 week, Kevin 1 week, me 1 week, right? So different people and different topics, but the theme is the same, right? And so that's what I would suggest is you come up with a content strategy that makes sense. Once a week at a minimum, but if you have multiple show types, then look at what can you do. But again, the key thing I'm going to tell you here is make sure that show type or that theme or that particular person, it's the same day and same time every week, right? So even if it's a different host, if the topic is the same, make it the same day and same time every week. That would be my answer to that question for sure. Okay, moving on to more questions. Derek says, what is your YouTube goal? It's tough for me to figure out a way to measure conversions from it. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, my YouTube goal, right? So I think that you have to have short-term, medium length, and long-term goals when it comes to this kind of stuff. Because I will tell you, marketing in general is a long game. There is no like quick win. Yeah, you may have some quick wins. You may have some spikes in what's going on, but this is not an overnight success situation. This is not an overnight, I just want to do this until I make $10,000 and then I'm done. Right? So you have to have short-term goals that line up to your long-term goals. And so, for example, a lot of people say, I want to have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube and I want to have 4,000 watch hours within the last 365 days. And the reason why that's one of the goals is because that is when you qualify for monetization. Now, it's not the only qualifier, but it is the main qualifier for monetization. And so If you want to monetize your YouTube channel where you get paid for ads and other things, that's a metric. That's a key milestone you have to hit. But you can't just sit here and say, that's my goal. Okay, your goal should be deeper than that. For one, your goal needs to be who do you serve and how do you serve and why are you there? That's truly your goal. Now, to measure your success of how many people you're making an impact on, you can look at metrics and all those things. But your main beef, all this stuff needs to have everything to do with your why. Yes, you want to be successful and you want to earn money so you can put money back into things and make a bigger impact. But those are your short-term goals, right? Those are just milestones. That's how I always say you should structure this stuff. So yes, I want to hit 1,000 subscribers, but you know what? I had to hit 100 subscribers first. Then I was able to unlock a feature of custom branding my channel, meaning changing the URL to youtube.com/C/Melanie Diane instead of number, this long digit number here. So that was one milestone. Another milestone was 500, which I just hit today, merely because that's halfway there. I'm halfway to this next big milestone I want to hit. And so you have to be able to celebrate your wins along the way, or you are going to get worn out, right? Your goal can be to go run a full marathon. But if you don't have goals, weekly goals about how many miles you want to hit each week and how you want to increase your mileage each week, right? And celebrating your ability to hit those new long runs, all those training runs, you're not going to have a very fun time training for your marathon because it's a long process, okay? Especially if you're just starting as a runner. So it's kind of the same kind of concept. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So you have to celebrate your wins along the way for sure. Okay, good question though. I like that question. It's beefy. I'm moving on down. I gotta say, shout out to Shayna. She's here. By the way, Shayna's channel is awesome. Oh, I have 502 subscribers now. Fantastic. Shayna's awesome. Her channel is super cool. She is doing fun stuff with live video. I just checked her stuff out. So new subscriber over on my channel. But Shayna, your stuff is super cool, sister. I really like it. I can't wait to dig in a little deeper and see all the awesome stuff you're doing. So that's super cool. Oh, Cynthia's here as well from Purgatory Paranormal of New York. Another unique and interesting channel that you guys should check out. So, okay, let me see here. We got to have more questions. I saw some more questions. I got to scroll up. Ooh, we got some good questions. Man, we have some good questions. I like this. You guys are bringing it today. Okay, so Laura says, do you have an inside hookup with Hoppin? So Hoppin also could be pronounced as Hopin based on if you want to get real technical with the English language, but they pronounce it Hoppin, so that's what we're going to pronounce it. Yep. Okay, so Hoppin is the company that purchased StreamYard. Now, I will tell you this. If you did not check these out, you can watch replays from that live streaming summit. This was my first experience being a part of a virtual event that was using the Hoppin platform. So Hoppin is a platform that creates virtual events. They acquired StreamYard. Okay, so they acquired StreamYard, I think, to improve and bring a whole different level, a different element to how we interact. Here's the deal. If you go to one of these summits and you go and join a session, you're like, oh, this is really similar to StreamYard. They put StreamYard inside of this virtual summit software. And so you have different breakout sessions and different things you can go to. There's a waiting room, there's a lounge, there's ways to network with each other. You can send DMs to each other, all inside the summit platform. But when you watch the sessions, they are literally using the exact same technology. It is StreamYard inside of Hoppin. The way they produce their sessions is the same. The way the comments come up are the same. The way they display the comments is the same. It's the same technology. It's just inside. So do I have any inside hookup? I don't. I don't, other than just, Hoppin obviously acquired StreamYard. I'm a StreamYard partner now, but I think it's pretty cool. I mean, that thing is neat. I don't even know what Hoppin costs. I don't even know what the pricing structure is. But anyway. Okay, Krystal says, what do you think about the FB audio feature coming? Yeah, so Facebook has essentially announced that they are going to be tapping into this whole audio rooms. Clubhouse, by the way, that's their response to Clubhouse. If you haven't noticed, all of the social media platforms copy each other. So, TikTok had these little videos, and then all of a sudden you can basically make Instagram Reels over on Instagram, which are very TikTok-ish. You can now make shorts on YouTube, which are very Instagram story-ish. You can make Now you can do short things on LinkedIn. I haven't even dabbled in that yet. They're all copying each other. Twitter is announcing that they're going to be having these, or they're going to have these audio rooms, which if they don't already. What do I think about it? I think that this is them just, again, trying to ensure that each platform wants, like if you're a Facebook lover and you love to spend your time on Facebook, and then all of a sudden, this other app comes out and it's something you want to do, they don't want you to leave their app. They don't want you to have to use more than one. So they're looking at it and they're like, wow, that's successful. People love it. Well, let's go ahead and add that similar type of thing inside of our app. And so each app is different. And I am one of those people where I am not on all of the freaking places. I'm not in all the places. I just can't be. I can't be. So, I have a Twitter account. I never use it. I hardly ever use it at all. But Twitter is actually making a lot of changes. I'm actually wanting to go back and I want to look at Twitter again. Twitter used to annoy the crap out of me, so I basically abandoned ship a long time ago. Instagram, I love Instagram to look at it, to keep up with others. I like to consume Instagram content, but I'm really not regular with creating content on Instagram. Facebook is my place. YouTube is my place. Those are the two platforms where I am really dedicated right now. LinkedIn, great place as well. There's a time and a place for it. Again, you can't be everywhere. So I always, if you are liking the whole Clubhouse thing, then you need to be ready and paying attention. If you like Facebook and you also like this Clubhouse thing, it's coming. There's audio stuff coming. I sort of feel like when all the apps bring in all this stuff, though, it waters everything down. So I'm not the greatest at predicting certain things, but what I am starting to notice is that, so by the way, I will say this. I'm going to give Krystal a plug. I feel like I always give Krystal a plug but it's true. She's freaking amazing. So any of you guys that are podcasters, you have to go follow Krystal. She is the podcasting person. She's been totally just diving in. Apple Podcasts made this big announcement about subscription-based podcasts and all this stuff. They're making changes. And she is just diving into it all. It's confusing. It's not overly intuitive. So if you have a podcast, you need to go subscribe to Krystal's YouTube channel or join her Facebook community, the Proffitt Podcast community, I think. Oh, God, I always screw that up. But she has been diving into this and she's trying to figure it out so that then she can now help us. Like, what do we need to do? And I was telling her, now that, there's this subscription model, live videos kind of had a possible monetization to it for a while. So it doesn't surprise me that these audio things are kind of following suit. There's a lot of content out there now. And here's the thing. It is easier to make content today than it ever has been, ever. Like, if you have a phone, you can go start a podcast. You can go start a podcast, and it might be an amazing top 100 podcast. You don't have to have all this crazy technology or this knowledge. You can create amazing content, and it's easy and free in most places to get started, right? So a lot of people are doing it. And so what's happening is now there's all this content out there. Well, what about the people who want to take it and create a different category of content? Well, you got to pay to get to that content. So anytime things get really, really big, all of a sudden it's all over the place and you can access it everywhere. All of a sudden we have to there's always got to be a funnel. There's always got to be a funnel. And when the funnel used to be like this, it was merely just, hey, people are dabbling, they're not very good at it, or they're not regular with it. And the people down here were the serious podcasters or the serious live streamers. They were consistent, regular. They had all the great fancy equipment. They could create these great shows. Well, all of the stuff that made them possible to do what they do became accessible and easier for all these people up here. And so the funnel got straight. That's what happened, is the funnel just became wide and straight. So now, in order to get that funnel shape again, we have to figure out a way to make this narrow, and that's subscription models. That's paying for content. And so it's coming to audio. I think it's coming to other stuff too. So get ready. I think that Derek's question about monetizing Facebook groups, we're seeing more and more of that. I think you're going to continue to see those types of things because it's easier for more content to be created. And so how do you differentiate the really, really skilled people, the really, really dedicated people, the serious people? How do you differentiate it? Paid. You pay for it. You pay to play, you pay to consume, you pay to join. That's what's coming. And so I do think that some of this stuff is an indication of that. That's my big grandiose theory. Other than that, I'm not overly great at theories when it comes to social media. Oh, I'm so glad you brought this up. The giveaway tool. If you guys have been on any of StreamYard's town halls or some of their other stuff, they've been using this giveaway tool. And this is so freaking cool because people ask me all the time, do you ever do giveaways? If you do, how do you do it? And I'm like, You want to know how I do it half the time? I write the names down and then I just randomly pick somebody, or I write them down and I have them in a little thing right here. Everyone's like, oh, use that one app on your phone. I'm like, I don't have time to enter all those people's names. It's just me running the show. So let's give it a try. Here's what I'm going to say. I want you all to start typing in hashtag Scrappy. Okay? Hashtag Scrappy. Start typing it in the comments right now and we will demo this tool. Hashtag Scrappy. That is what you're going to type in the comments right now. I have not done it yet. I've watched a tutorial on it, but I'm going to show you this giveaway tool. But I'll tell you this, the giveaway tool is free to anyone who uses StreamYard. What? So they basically coded their own little thing. Dan engaged the developers. They made up their own way. They coded their own way to do these giveaways on their town halls that are every Sunday, 8 o'clock Eastern time. And people were like, oh my God, how did you do that? And they're like, well, we made our own little tool. Every week, people ask, every week. So finally, Dan was like, look, I'm going to think about and look into maybe making this available. I was like, that's such a genius idea. Make it something like really cheap, like, hey, for, $10 a year, you can use a giveaway tool, or make it part of like the pro plan or whatever, right? I thought this will be so cool. That's such a good idea. Nope, they just decided to give it to everybody. So if you're a StreamYard user, you can use this tool. What? I had no idea they were going to do that. That is so generous in my opinion, because this tool is awesome. So everybody start typing in hashtag Scrappy and we will do a demo of this tool. I see lots of, okay, fantastic. Okay, so let's just check it out right now, right? Hold on, let me make sure. Hold on, I got to make sure I don't lose my place. I really want to make sure I don't lose my place. Okay, da-da-da-da-dum. Ooh, you guys are like bringing it. Okay. Oh, follow up. I wanted to point this out. John says staying on topic for a YouTube channel is a must as well. My channel was all over the place until recently. So that is great advice from a successful YouTuber. Thank you for chiming in on that. That was in a response to Derek's question about growing and ways to grow it and all that stuff. So fantastic. Okay, hold on. There it is. Okay. I didn't want to lose my place. All right, let me do this. So we're going to go to StreamYard.com giveaway. Hold on, I'm making sure. Okay, cool. I'm going to share my screen. You guys, I have never done it. I've not done this before. So we're going to check this out. So you choose a broadcast, and there's a tutorial video right here. So even if you don't use StreamYard, I would assume, no, you know what? I bet it would make you log in because I'm logged in. All right, so choose a broadcast. So we can choose an upcoming broadcast, or obviously we're going to choose the one we're in right now. And it's even telling me this is the one that's live. So I'm going to click on that. Here is what I told you, match text, right? So I told you guys to use Scrappy, right? So here's what's awesome too. So let me change the color. This is such a cool feature as well, in my opinion. I'm going to change the color to, we'll do like a purple. So see how I just changed the color of the ticker at the bottom to purple? So it's actually going to match the color of my stream. So start collecting comments. Okay, so it's going to start collecting. So you guys that already see, it's telling me how many people have entered. Let me make this bigger. Can you guys see that? Yeah, can you see that? So like right here, entries, 13, right? So let me go back because it actually changed everything. So I would be able to say, here we go, we're gonna do a drawing, right? We're gonna do a drawing. And once you click draw, I think, I'm sorry, let me back up. Once you click collect comments, I feel like it will still keep collecting, but if you go back, it will not recollect. So if that makes sense, it will not recollect, right? Hold on, I have to block a user. Okay, cool. Okay, fantastic. All right, here we go. So now I'm gonna click draw. Oh, look at that. Hey guys, do you see all your faces and names? It's scrolling through you. And the non-winner today is Discover Your Kingdom, Erica, right? Discover Your Kingdom, Erica James. So unfortunately, if you have a long name, it looks like it doesn't pull the whole thing in. So how freaking fun is this? It's free. I believe it's free for everybody who uses. Let's see what happens if we click draw again. Oh, I can do a draw again. So you have to be careful because if you type in the comments yourself, or like if you have a moderator that's typing in the comments and saying, hey, here's the hashtag you want to use, it will pull those up. Oh, look, it's... Is it Cami? Is it Shammy? I'm probably not saying your name correctly, but I love that you're the one who actually brought this up and you just got the drawing. So there you go. So it lets you do that. Isn't that so cool? Don't you guys love this? She's like, awesome. So You were, John. I actually thought it was going to stop on your name. Okay, so Cynthia has a great question. She says, so you have to share the screen yourself, right? Correct. So Cynthia, what I did was I opened up the website, StreamYard.com/giveaway, and I, that in just a browser, and then I just shared my screen that had that displayed on it. So really, really cool. So that's exactly how I did that. So great question though. Yeah, and it collects, Chris, it does. It collects all those hashtags wherever your live stream is streaming. So I'm streaming on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel. Normally I stream to my Facebook group, but Facebook groups and live video are not friendly today, and it kept turning that off. It's happening to a lot of people, so I'm not streaming to my group right now. So those two channels, anyone in the comments on on this live video, if they use that hashtag that I typed in there to match, boom, that's what happened. And you could do it again. I could come up with a different hashtag, and you guys could do it again, right? We could do another giveaway if we wanted to do more than one. So there you go. Oh, thank you again. So typical Tyreek, thank you. You guys are awesome about congratulating me for these 500 subs. I didn't even know I had it. I probably have some email in my email inbox that told me I hit it, but I literally found out on the stream today because John told me. So Hammy, okay, fantastic. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll try to remember that. I will try to remember that. Hammy. Chris says, I want to schedule a Facebook Live just so I can use the giveaway tool, right? Isn't that fun? Okay, so fantastic. Now, Erica, you didn't necessarily win anything. Don't get too excited. I didn't do a giveaway. Ooh, lava lamp is a good idea. I like that. I'll have to use that one in the future. So, yeah. So, again, Erica says, this is so cool, so freaking cool. A great way to gift and market my low content books, journals, and Amazon. That's totally true. In fact, Krystal, yes, I just thought of this. Krystal's doing a giveaway this week. So another reason for you guys to go hang out with Krystal for sure, because Krystal's doing an amazing giveaway. Krystal, you could use it for your book, How to Start a Binge-Worthy Podcast, right? Boom. You can use it for your book giveaways, signed copies. Oh my God, I had to take a sip. That's Bud Light, but it's flat. It's been in my fridge forever. It's time to refresh the fridge. I don't drink a lot of beer in the winter unless I'm out and about. But that's like beer from last summer. Yeah, PokeGal's got a meeting. Bye! Okay, I'm looking. So Shayna says, if you stream in two places, do the comments from all those places show up on the StreamYard comments? I've only streamed to YouTube. Yes, that's one of the beautiful things about it, is I can see all the comments, both from, you're on YouTube, Chris is over on Facebook, right? And so she's on Facebook, and so I'm able to see both of those and display both of those, right? So you're able to see those things, and which is one of the things I love, right? So I love that about StreamYard for sure. So, yes. Look at that. Krystal, look at that. Look at her. Fantastic person. You guys are getting a signed copy. Krystal, thank you for supplying my audience with a giveaway for the test demo giveaway we did today. So it sounds like Krystal is going to give non-winners. Hashtag non-winners. Yeah, so if you guys want this book right here, Krystal's going to send it to you. Erica and Hammy. Sorry, Hammy. I hope it's either Hammy or Hammy. Is it Hammy? Please tell me it's Hammy. Tell me I got it right. Dang it. I just realized it could be Hammy. And I want to get it right. Okay, so there you go. Krystal, it's good to have amazing business best friends, you guys. Krystal, I'll hook you up, sister. You know how this works. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Okay, let me go back up. I feel like I know I have more questions. So, Chris, back to no, it is only for StreamYard. So this will only work on StreamYard right now. So if you're streaming with StreamYard, go check out StreamYard.com/giveaway, and you can watch the tutorial and you can use this yourself. You don't have to do a giveaway. Like, you could just do drawings for what you want to do, right? So I think that's really cool. So Jennifer says, how do we access the giveaway tool? You literally just go to StreamYard.com/giveaway, and there it is. And if you have any live videos in your queue, excuse me, my God, that's the bad news about drinking beer on camera, I apologize, then you will be able to use that tool. So Ariana had asked, can I use it now? Yes, everyone can use it now. It's for everyone to use now. They literally just released this to everyone on Monday. So There you go. Okay. Let me go back up before we did that, had all that fun. Ooh, Erica was setting up her Samsung 27-inch curved monitor. Yeah, that's cool. I want to get another monitor myself. Okay, Doug has a question. Shayna has a question. I'm going back up into my comments. That's what I'm doing, everyone. So I just want to make sure. Billy has a question. I think that was the most recent one. Ooh, James, you're getting a shout out from Laura. Yeah, James Hicks Media. That's who James Hicks is. He's here. Love me some James Hicks. It's always good to see you here live with us for sure. So, want to make sure I not miss anything. But James Hicks, you guys, Hicks Media. I would definitely go check that out. Okay, I'm popping up here. I'm going up. I feel like this question. All right. Oops, I'm sorry, you guys. I lost it. There we go. It's easier if you put a Q in front of the question. It helps me find it. Okay, let me get back. Oh my gosh, it's getting hot in here. It's like 81, going to be 81 degrees today, except 20-mile-an-hour winds. I do not think I'll be golfing tonight. That's a little windy for me. Let me get back to minimal so that I can see, so that those comments aren't covering me up. Doug Mattice says, any tips for monitoring comments on Facebook when using the banners in StreamYard? How do you check for comments easily? So when I'm in StreamYard, that is definitely one of the things. So when you're in StreamYard, your comments are on one tab, and then to get to your banners, it's a whole different tab. And so when you're going through your banners, you are on the banners tab, you can't see the comments. Here's the trick. Here's the hack. You can open up your stream. You can open up your broadcast in another browser window, and you can have it open in another browser window, and you just don't enter the stream over there. And you could have the comments up on that browser window, and so I'll just show you. I literally just thought of this on the fly, by the way, but I will show it to you. All right, so I'm going to show you. It's going to create a major hall of mirrors. So everybody beware, okay? So share, stop screen, share, screen one. Okay, so here we are. So you are, oops. This is what you're seeing. This is my main dashboard. So what we're talking about is, so Doug is referring to, if I'm in my banners tab, I can't see the comments. So if you want to use banners as like an agenda and be able to click through them like this, and then like this, and then like that, and you want to go through banners in your stream, well, one of the tricks is that you can't see comments as you're working through those banners. So your comments are in a whole separate location, as you see here. So they're here, right? So there's Doug's comment that I want to bring back up. Now, I will say this. I use the spacebar as undo, but it only works if you stay put. So the trick would be, Doug, if you wanted to have your banners up and be able to work through those. I'm in my dashboard. I'm going to enter the broadcast studio again. I'm going to stop the camera, and I'm going to mute this. This is important. You do not want to enter the studio with this. The other thing I'm going to tell you is you are going to hear an echo unless you can find a way to use a non-working audio speaker. So I'm actually going to use the Yeti Nano that I have hooked up to my computer right now, but I do not have any. That's not where my headphone audio is coming from. So this is going to eliminate any kind of echo in my ears. Okay. So then I'm going to close this, and I'm going to enter the broadcast studio. And as you see over here on the left, I'm now in the studio, but I'm backstage. So I'm not in, but I can go in over here. I can even do this where I don't get overly distracted, and I can just go to banners. And now I can control banners and comments by using, so I have comments open on this screen, and I have banners open on this screen. So that's your hack. Okay, so if you wanted to be able to still see comments, but still click through your banners also without losing your comments and still see those comments, that's how you do it. That would be the way that you would do that. That's a great question, actually, that I have never been asked before. And I literally just thought of that on the fly. And that would work for multiple things. If you wanted to do the same thing with overlays, if you wanted to manage your overlays but still see comments, then you could do that for sure, the same way. I love that. I actually love that for comments too. So One of the issues I run into is that, so what happens to me is I run into, see, I want to go down and see what you guys are saying to what I'm talking about right now. So I have to go all the way to the bottom, right? So there you go. So John says, great idea. You're so stinking smart, right? And so will StreamYard ever release more banner styles? I'm sure they will, but I don't know that it's in any plans right now. So when I come down here, then I check this out, but then literally I'm like, okay, well, what about the old comments? I had questions up there. So I just thought of this. What if I were to use the same strategy that I just explained to John, but I kept my live comments on the left here, but then I was up here with your questions. And because what happens is I'm pretty sure I blocked that person already. So what happens is yeah, that's why it won't work. I lose my place. So I'm like trying to find the next question, right? So somebody had a question. It was Doug's question. And then I got lost. So now I got to go up and find it. Like that is one of the things that kind of drives me crazy. And I have 100% asked StreamYard to look into a solution for this. So that is really pretty important. Oh, Shayna, see, I missed this comment that she learned about collaboration from my channel. So for sure. Okay, hold on. I got to find where I was. So again, this is the whole thing that I run into. I lose my place with questions. So I'm only seeing YouTube. Oh no, there's Facebook right there. Okay. I was like, uh-oh, unless something's wrong. Okay. I saw Shayna had a question though about the white shelf. Okay. So here we go. So now check it out. I can see active your most recent ones here, but I can be scrolled up over here. Love that. So if you can see here, new comments, I'm not going to click on that because I can see new comments over here. This lets me keep my place with your questions. Holy smokes. Super cool. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna give that strategy a try. We're gonna try that strategy for a minute. Okay, so Shayna says, is the purpose of that white shelf behind you to show depth? I don't know why I like it. Okay, the purpose of the shelf behind me it's really just because it's the corner of my room. And if you were to see like the other view, like over here, in fact, you can see it a little bit today, is that right there? That is a door that goes to my garage. And then over there is my like stairwell that goes upstairs. Let me just show you. So if I show you what it all looks like, I'll pull this behind the scenes. So there you go. So there is, let me try to do this without disconnecting. So there's my old TV that I need to find a place in the garage. So the purpose of this is just to create, one, it's just a shelf where I keep my books and it's decor, right? But also it just, yeah, I want to be faced in the corner because I don't want to, oh my God, hold on. I'm losing it. There we go. That's my behind the scenes camera. The reason I do that is because I don't want you to see all that other stuff. And so I'm positioned in the corner. So the white shelf, it does create depth, but it's really just there because that's the decor. And quite frankly, if you saw down below here, you'd see that it's part of my office. Like I have files and stuff and clutter and things. So no other purpose other than really just functionality and just the style I wanted to have in my thing. So, well, thank you, Laura. See, isn't this fun? I can not lose my place, and I can see that Laura made a super fun comment here. So Jennifer's saying, yes, this would be super helpful for bookmarking comments to return to as well as managing banners. I'm going to have to log into the studio 3 times. Yeah. So, I mean, depending on what all you have, yes, you may have to you may have some issues there with how many browsers you have to have open, how many browser windows. But I've never thought of that for the comment situation. So definitely going to be sharing the love on that one. I know I saw a couple more questions. So, okay. Let me get back to where we were in our questions. If I missed your question today, I apologize. You guys are awesome today. You guys are hanging out with me and chatting it up, and we had a lot of fun with that giveaway tool. So for sure, super fun. Okay. I like reading some of the comments I missed earlier. Okay, let me check this out. Awesome. Yeah, the giveaway tool is super, super cool. Okay. Okay, great question. Typical Tyreek. So StreamYard, the summit, by the way, I think I sort of mentioned this, but I think I didn't finish the comment. They had some amazing speakers, and you can go watch the replays of most of those breakout sessions on their YouTube channel. There's a whole playlist for it, so go check that out. It's great. Now, one of the things they announced is StreamYard Teams. So StreamYard Teams is actually going to allow you to have multiple users on your account. So for example, if you want to collaborate with people, then you're going to be able to do this easier with this StreamYard Teams feature and function. Now, it is going to be a paid feature. It's not going to be like, oh, everybody gets StreamYard Teams. It will absolutely be just like everything else. When you start adding users to accounts, it always costs more. That is just part of it. They have not figured out that pricing model just yet, but they have told us it will be available this summer. So it will be available this summer, and that I can't wait. I can't wait. This is going to open up the doors for collaborations. So for example, Krystal and I, not that long ago, we did a stream together where I was on her channel, and she was like, do you just want to run it, the StreamYard stuff? And I was like, ooh, I don't know if we'll have time because I'd have to log into your account and yada, yada. And it's a pain in the butt the way you got to do it. But if we wanted to do collaborations where we both can control, one person could watch comments, the other person can control banners, for example, then having multiple users, you would be able to do that. So having this Teams functionality is going to be freaking fantastic. I know, for example, Jennifer's going to be pumped about that because of the way she produces streams for other people too. But that's a great question. So Erica says, I'm just noticing the tiny pink M in your lower right screen. Is that on your overlay? No. So that is actually, she is seeing that because she's watching on YouTube. You can go to your YouTube settings and you can make it so that it's going to add branding to your videos. And you can do all kinds of stuff with YouTube. I'm not a YouTube guru, but you can turn on the logo. You can make it so that it shows while you're live or it shows after. So if someone watches a replay. But that just is a way for you to put a little watermark over your video. So that what you're seeing, Erica, is actually from YouTube. That's a YouTube function, and you'll notice that on other channels too. So if you go into your settings and your customized channel, as long as you have enough followers, you should be able to do the same thing. Shonda says, trying to find out where you talked about your adjustable desk. Can you give the brand of your desk or tag me in the previous posts where you talked about it? I think I've talked about it a few times. I have no idea. It's made by Autonomous. So the desk is by Autonomous, and I bought the frame. So it's called like the DIY version. I bought the frame, and then I put my IKEA desktop that I already had on top of it. I used it as the desktop and I screwed it in. And so it's just a frame that's electronic with hydraulics, I'm assuming, or I don't know what it uses. I'm not mechanical like that. But it has the little switches over here and I can adjust it. Like I can go down or I can go up. I can go down or I can come back up. You do have to be careful when you're using this stuff if you have a lot of things on your desk, like cords, because it'll pull things and knock things over. So you have to be careful. But Autonomous is the brand. Coming down to the comments. Erica says, I'm going to have 200 windows open. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff open right now too, right? Holy moly. Okay. Oh, it scrolled down. I saw a new comment from, okay, hold on. Maybe not. Sort features. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, well, thank you, Shonda. Shonda says that she's going to be reworking her office. You need to post in our group when you do that. That would be awesome. I want to see what you're going to do there. Yeah. Okay. Follow up. Again, the follow up was Erica saying, yeah, it's a logo you put in. So, okay, John's got a great idea. It doesn't have to be like your logo. You can actually just make it whatever you want. He says, I use a subscribe overlay on the lower right. If they click on the logo, it will bring up a subscribe option. Super, super cool. So you basically create an image and you can make that image a clickable hyperlink. That is so smart. See, John, you're brilliant. I didn't think of that. Maybe I should change that for mine. That's a really, really good idea. Which size desk do I have? My desk is the 3x5. This is the 3 foot by 5 foot tabletop that you're seeing here. So this part right here, this is a 3x5 top, and then the frame goes underneath it and goes up and down. Are you hardwired or Wi-Fi? I am hardwired in. So I actually moved my router. It used to be upstairs, and I moved it downstairs so that I could hardwire my computer into it. Some of you might be saying, well, why would you do that? Well, you want to have as stable internet connection as possible. Even if you have amazing internet, if your wireless router or there's stuff inside your building or your house, that signal may not be as strong. So I live in a condo and it's pretty balanced and pretty strong in here, to be honest with you. But I will tell you, Doug's condo, my significant other, like in the bedroom, we get like no service. So like he has like a smart TV, half the time nothing connects to it. It's just for whatever reason, the bedroom does not get that Wi-Fi signal, even though he has really good internet and strong internet as well, the same as mine. So I keep trying to tell him, let's move the router upstairs instead of in the basement, and it'll be closer, it'll be more centralized in the house. Let's try it. We haven't tried it yet, but you can. I personally recommend, if possible, move the router as close as possible to wherever you're going to be streaming from on a desktop, because that Wi-Fi signal needs to be super tight. But if you can, then you should hardwire in. Hardwiring in is going to give you the best, cleanest signal possible from your current internet supplier. So I am hardwired in because I think it's important for me. John says, my standing desk is a Husky adjustable workbench from Home Depot. I got the 64-inch one, not electric, but less than most other standing desk. I got the one without drawers. Yeah, there are a lot of options. I know Krystal has one of those ones. It's a platform that you put on your desk and you just move it up and down yourself. This one's electric. I think it was like $300 for the frame. That's not cheap, but for me, it was worth it. It's easier for me. I didn't want to just have part of my desk come up and down. I wanted the whole thing to come up and down because I have so much stuff. I mean, I have 2 monitors, I have speakers, I have my tower, I have my actual camera. I'm probably going to be buying new lights that I want to put on my desk so that no matter where I go, the lights adjust with me. Because sometimes I stream or do videos sitting down, and sometimes I stream and do videos standing up. And so I always have to adjust my ring light that's in front of me. So I don't want to have to do that. And so I want to have as much space. I want the whole platform to come up and down. Plus, it's just one less thing on my desk, to be honest with you. So that's why I went for the pricier option. But I love it. Okay. You guys, it's like 3:07. This was a fun one today. We talked about all kinds of stuff, and that is like my favorite type of stream. I am excited. I was a little worried yesterday that I was not going to be able to show up for you guys today, that I was going to have some issues because of that second vaccine shot. But here I am. I survived, and I'm able to hang out with you guys and chat with you. Thank you so much again. And I want to say that I love that the same people show up every week. Like, we've got some people that come a little bit later, some people that, come, they know they want to be here. Again, this is because of regularity and consistency. And so if you are one of those people that's resisting that consistency, man, just take it from me. I resisted it for so long, and I want to just encourage you to do it. You will find that more people. I do have an announcement though. I almost forgot to tell you guys. Don't go just yet. And I don't have anything yet in my, oh my God, a lot of people are live right now. I will tell you that. A lot of people are live right now. I got all kinds of notifications. But listen, I'm like 90% sure. I'm waiting on a quick confirmation, but I'm going to have a special guest next week. So I'm going to have a friend come on the show, and we are going to talk about OBS and StreamYard and ways that you can use these together. As you know, as many of you know, I'm using StreamYard right now. So I'm using StreamYard, but I'm using OBS, which is how I'm doing this. Transition, right? Camera switching. I'm also using OBS to do the countdown timer in the beginning that's transparent. And so he has Chad Peterson is the guy who's going to come on, and we're going to be at a different time though. So next week we are going to be at a different time. I have an appointment that's conflicting with my normal schedule. So it's going to be 1:00 Eastern, but Chad's going to come on and we're going to talk about what the hell OBS is and ways that you can use it with StreamYard or any other app, I guess, if you really wanted to. But we're going to specifically be talking about ways you can use it. He's going to be teaching me some stuff that I don't even know how to use. And so I'm going to be learning some really fun stuff. And then we're going to be talking about this and whether it's right for you. And hopefully you will learn some new things. So I know Erica said she uses OBS. I know that other people are using OBS for their virtual camera. So we're going to learn some new fun tricks with Chad, and we're just going to geek out a little bit. So we're going to have a lot of fun. So bring your questions next week regarding, these types of things. What are some things you want to learn how to do? What are some things that maybe have stumped you in the past? Or maybe you just want to just come hang out and get inspired and come up with some new things that you can do for your own stream. So really excited about that. So 1:00 next week though, 1:00 Eastern time, We will probably go live for about 90 minutes. That's my guess. So put it on the calendar, block it out. If you're not able to join us live, then definitely make sure you check out the replay, right? The replay for sure. So fantastic. Erica says, you and Chad stream at 1. Yes, 1 o'clock Eastern time next Tuesday. That is May 4th, also known as Star Wars Day if you're a Star Wars fan. So you might want to check that out. So yes. And also if you're not already subscribed, join the club because I hit 500 today, maybe 502 or something, but make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when I go live or upload new content. And then of course, Facebook lets you do the same thing. So if you want to hang out on Facebook, but do that, right? Do that for sure. So woo! I hit a milestone on my way to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So you can be a part of that party. I appreciate all of you that are already part of that party and already there. Thank you so much. I am certainly grateful for all of you. And until next time, just go have a great day. Go be awesome. Try some new things. Go live. Share it with us. Join us in the Facebook group, DIY Marketing with Melanie, and share with me what you're doing. And let's have some fun together. All right. I'll see you guys. Bye.